everybody. My name is Chris Pagan. This is for our TSL 3080 ESOL class. My reading strategy is going to be comparison and contrast with the Venn diagram as the graphic organizer. The graphic organizer is a great reading strategy for grades from K-12 and useful for any level of language proficiency. The content area would be language arts, and materials needed would be information you wish to compare and contrast, worksheet with the Venn diagram for the students, whiteboard for the teacher, pencil and markers. Why reading comprehension skills are important for ELLs? Well, the English language learners often have problems mastering science, math, or social studies concepts because they cannot comprehend the textbooks for those subjects. That's an overall. ELLs at the levels of English proficiency and literacy will benefit from explicit instructions of comprehension skills along with other skills. ELL students will need phonemic awareness, basic decoding skills, vocabulary development, comprehension strategies, and comprehension skills in order to understand basic levels of understanding. Well, ELL students will still need a lot of vocabulary development and teaching of comprehension strategies, even if they have been mainstream after some bilingual instruction, are being pulled out of English as a second language or sheltered English instructions, and or have been assessed as English proficients, but you know that they still need additional help with language reading and writing. Okay, some additional steps, or the reason why graphic organizers are so good for ELL students is because they can be extremely helpful in teaching ESL students. The learning tools are available, and they're also available in designs and can serve purposes for many other lessons other than reading comprehension. The one that I'm doing is actually this one. If you can see, it's the actual Venn diagram, the circle. Well, what the Venn diagram is, to give you an example here, it basically tells you what the differences are for both, and then what is in common for both of the comparisons that you're trying to make. Using this graphic organizer, the ESL student is able to parse lesson material into understandable pieces, which means some graphic organizers are specific to one type of academic subject, while others can be used in general way. This one is more of the general standard because you can actually use this for anything. To give you an example of maybe one you can use in your class, as some type of attention getter or maybe some type of fun exercise on a fun Friday would be, for example, the boys and the girls, or people with brown hair and guys in the class. Then you can, boys and girls would obviously be maybe who has red shirts, who has blue shirts, and both would be if they have school colors on. That'd be an example of fun exercise with the actual Venn diagram. The Venn diagrams are usually real helpful for ELLs when they're presented in small group activities. During the activities, ELL benefits from opportunities to work cooperatively. They can work cooperatively peer-to-peer. Students are able to discuss and share their thoughts as they begin to contribute to the group effort. One thing that I did, an example that I did was reading 2 books. You can read 2 books. You can read a book. 2 books that I had seemed that I did in one of my classes was the 3 Little Gators and the 3 Little Pigs. Well, on the 3 Little Gators, the actual thing that were the difference is you had 3 little gators, you could write here is the name of the story, and 3 little pigs on this side. And some of the same things the classes understood where there were 3 little gators while there was 3 little pigs for both. On the same, they had 2 antagonists, which antagonists are the bad guys in the story. Well, on one side you had a big bad wolf. On the other side you had a big bad boar. So the actual the irony of the story. Obviously, the big bad boar was the pig with the three little gators, and with three little pigs, the wolf was the bad guy. So that was a way. And then when we read the actual books, we would compare what the two stories had in common. Well, the two stories had in common had the three little pigs. They had the houses, three houses, one made out of stone, one made out of wood, and one made out of straw. And the actual conclusion, or the actual heart of the story, was basically the big bad boar and the three little gators was trying to eat the three little gators, while the three little pigs were being chased and eaten by the big bad, wanted to be eaten by the big bad wolf. So that's an example of my actual comparison and contrast strategy for ELL and ESOL students. I hope you like it. Again, my name is Chris, and thank you for watching.